There exists an enormous contradiction in major capitalist narratives. On the one hand, they insist that capitalism is good because it accepts the selfishness of human nature. Capitalism is good because it accepts the greedy, amoral nature of humanity. Capitalism is good because it encourages the hideousness of human nature to create wealth and advance society in pursuit of profit. These are common narratives. But there is another narrative which is also pushed, often by the same people. They tell us that the capitalists are benevolent. The rich are altruists. They love humanity. They are driven to make money by a desire to donate it. The rich aren't motivated by greed. They are motivated by a desire to help humanity. They believe in altruism. They believe in generosity. Landlords don't want money. They just want to house people. The landlords just want to provide people with housing. The rich people, the business owners, they just want to provide a service. These are common narratives. These are contradictory narratives. You can't have it both ways. You can't simultaneously claim that capitalism is great because humanity is selfish, and that billionaires are all altruistic humanitarians driven exclusively by a love of humanity. Yet a great many people push both of these narratives. A great many people accept both of these narratives, even though they are blatantly contradictory. Capitalism is great because people are selfish. Capitalists are humanity-loving altruists who make money so they can donate it. These narratives are completely contradictory. And of course they are. They are not serious philosophical claims. They are lazy attempts at legitimizing a political and economic order. They are desperate attempts at justifying a political and economic order. That is all they are, nothing more. They are not serious philosophic observations. They are just an attempt at getting ordinary people to accept getting stomped on. So what if I take a boot to the face? This is just necessary because human nature means it is the only serious option. So what if I take a boot to the face? This will enrich the billionaire who cares about me and all of humanity. These tacky legitimizations. These absurd justifications. These incoherent narratives. A huge number of people believe these blatantly contradictory things. And these things possess very little truth value too. Is humanity innately selfish? No. We have the capacity for both selfishness and selflessness. If people are innately selfish, how do you explain the huge numbers of people who have died for a cause that was far greater than themselves? If people are driven by pure self-interest, how do you explain the massive numbers of people who have eagerly sacrificed themselves for something larger than themselves? People have thrown away their lives for the well-being of others on countless occasions. How can you claim that humanity is inherently selfish? When you do, you spit on the grave of these people. You spit on the graves of the countless people who sacrificed the self, be it in service of another, or in service of an ideal, or in service of simple duty. We have come to worship hard truths. We accept any idiocy so long as we don't want it to be true. We love harsh truths. The truth is that humanity is not selfish or selfless. Humanity has the capacity for both great selfishness and great selflessness. Human history includes countless examples of both. We are not one or the other. We have the capacity for both. That is the reality. It is untrue that we are innately selfish in the sense that the capitalists claim. It should be noted that when I say selfishness here, I do not mean selfishness in the sense of a general egoism, but a kind of pure selfishness. I am talking about the kind of pure, simple selfishness that the word is usually used to describe. Not a far more nuanced philosophical egoism of the sort that I do accept. It is also untrue that the wealthy are benevolent. Of course, there are some wealthy people who are genuinely charitable and humanitarian, but a great many of them do charitable and humanitarian work in pursuit of personal enrichment, better public relations, tax write-offs, and in order to improve their personal brand. There are examples of companies doing good things and spending more money to advertise the good things than to actually do them. Much of this charity is simply a cheap attempt at improving their brand and by extension their wealth. Such charity also serves to undermine the need for proper welfare structures by pretending that a few crumbs from the capitalist class will do the job. This will be used to justify tax cuts. So both parts of the narrative are largely untrue. People are not innately selfish, and the capitalist class is not a class of humanitarian altruists who just love humanity. The narrative is just a low-quality attempt at a justification and legitimization, and it is a profoundly absurd and incoherent one. It is truly amazing that so many people believe these blatantly contradictory things simultaneously. It is almost common knowledge that capitalism is good because humanity is selfish, but that the capitalist class is benevolent and charitable. Common knowledge is characterized by absurdity and incoherence, and that is not surprising, because these are not serious philosophic observations. They are just desperate justifications of a flawed political and economic order. Like that order, they are deeply flawed.